great to be here today. So as introducer said, my name's Simon. I'm one of the Platinum Account Managers for eToro UK. So I look after some of the higher equity clients on our platform in the UK and Irish regions. So I'm here today to actually talk to you about something a little bit different compared to what you may have heard in previous talks or some of the stands outside, and that's investing in cryptocurrency. Just a quick show of hands though, who is invested in cryptocurrency at the moment? Has anyone bought any recently? Okay, within the last year or before? No, so all this year. Interesting, okay, fantastic. So just before we get on to talking about cryptocurrency, just a bit about eToro. So we are a global investment platform. We were founded in 2007, and with regards to cryptocurrency, we have grown to become probably the biggest in Europe and within the top 3 globally. 9 million users from 140 countries worldwide. Operationally, we have over 500 employees, offices in Tel Aviv, Cyprus, Russia, China, and of course, London, UK. We're based out in Canary Wharf. 1,500 instruments on our platform at this moment in time, from stocks, indices, commodities, currencies, ETFs, and of course, cryptocurrencies, where we have 9 of the biggest at this moment in time. So cryptocurrencies we have, starting from left to right, we have Bitcoin, Ethereum, which is a blockchain which allows you to build decentralized applications and run smart contracts, XRP, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, Stellar, which is very similar to XRP, Dash, Neo, and Ethereum Classic. And there are plans to add further cryptocurrencies going forward in 2018. So here's a very interesting survey which we've done. We actually surveyed 2,000 adults across the UK and put to them some financial terms to see what their thoughts were on cryptocurrency, and got some very interesting results. Out of the people that we surveyed, you can see 43% had heard of Bitcoin, but less than 10% actually heard of blockchain, the underlying technology. So while people are hearing about the cryptocurrency, they're not understanding the technology, which was quite interesting. Out of that 42%, 43%, less than 6% actually took the step forward to buy a cryptocurrency. So while people are hearing about it, they're not necessarily investing. There's something missing there. Another interesting question which we put forward to the people that had heard about cryptocurrency or a term related to cryptocurrency, what were their thoughts on regulation, and do they think it should be regulated by governments? And a vast majority said yes, they do believe it should be. And I'm part of that majority myself. I do feel going forward regulation is needed. If it was to become regulated, I think we're on the process of being regulated. It will open up the doors to financial institutions, family offices, etc. So that's where I think we're heading going forward. So who are investors, and how did that demographic change over 2017? Well, Q1 was very interesting. It was very much the Shoreditch crowd, the Silicon Roundabout people, so the people that are passionate about blockchain, know the projects inside out. Moving forward to Q2, it was about early adopters, so people who perhaps work with the techies and saw potential in these projects, invested into them. Q3 was more about people who have an appetite for higher risk, people that use mobile banking, robo-investing, etc. And Q4 was where we saw a very big demographic change in terms of the clientele that came on our platform. So mainstream investors, people like yourselves here today, already have property, stocks and shares. I'm just looking for something a little bit different, and that's where a lot of our business came from. Going forward, this year, I believe it will still continue to be more mainstream. However, more emphasis will be on education. I think now people will be looking into the projects in a lot more detail, understanding blockchain before deciding to make a decision as to what cryptocurrency to invest in. So how can you invest in our platform? So we have 3 straightforward ways. First is manual trading. So if you're someone who perhaps is more comfortable making your own decisions, then you can come onto our platform, give us some fiat currency, and you can buy some crypto. And to provide a bit more clarity to what you may see or hear, when you come onto our platform and buy the cryptocurrency, you are buying the actual cryptocurrency. Okay, so at this moment in time, we act as a custodian, so we hold all of the coins in cold storage, a secure wallet offline, but you do own the coin. Next is copy trading. Okay, so if you're someone who perhaps doesn't quite have the understanding of which cryptocurrency to invest in, or perhaps don't even have the time to trade or make the decisions yourself, you can copy any one of our popular investors. That's one of the great things about eToro. Essentially, you can put some money to copy someone with, and any trades that this person does in their own account would be mirrored onto the amount you decide to copy them with. And everything's done in proportion. When they open a trade, the same trade opens on your copy. When they close on your copy, etc. So you can see here one of our popular investors, Jay Nemesis. He's someone who's very influential on our platform. He knows a lot about blockchain and cryptocurrency, and you can see the sort of returns he made over the past 12 months with cryptocurrency in his portfolio. It's not just crypto that he has. He does have tech stocks and other assets, but he's known on our platform for cryptocurrency. Last but not least is the portfolio, the managed portfolio, the crypto copy fund, as we called it. This is actually managed by our investment committee here at eToro, and it contains the 9 cryptocurrencies that we have on the platform and gives you a very simple way to diversify across these. So the strategy is built around market cap of the cryptocurrency space, and when there's a change in market cap with any one of these cryptocurrencies, then our team will make the necessary adjustments. So for example, if Ethereum was to overtake Bitcoin as becoming the #1 cryptocurrency, then what our investment committee would do is they'll close a few positions and obviously open more Ethereum positions given the current market cap. And just a point to note, with these two ways of getting some exposure to cryptocurrency, they're CFDs, so they are regulated, whereas if you come on board and buy cryptocurrency, at this moment in time it's not regulated, but it is the actual coin. So what are people buying in terms of the cryptocurrencies on our platform? Before I get into that, just a quick overview of some of the search terms for some of the quarters last year. So you can see in Q2, people were very much looking for information about what the Bitcoin price was, for example, looking at USD crosses with cryptocurrency. Q4, they very much changed. The terms that we were getting were buy Bitcoin. So you can see the sentiment was changing in the people coming on board our platform. They were coming to buy. They're hearing about Bitcoin in mainstream media, for example. I remember walking into the office one day and seeing it front page City AM News. Bitcoin was $15,000, $16,000 a coin. That's part of the reason why we saw a large number of the people that came aboard to trade cryptocurrencies or buy cryptocurrencies invest in Bitcoin. Also XRP, which is a very popular one, saw an astronomical price increase in Q4, and a lot of people got on board just for the fear of missing out. Ethereum was mainly in Q1, where we saw a lot of the people that really understand blockchain come aboard to trade that asset. So the $64,000 question, will prices continue to rise? Who really knows? But here are just some stats in terms of the price increases over the last few years. So in 2015, we saw a 58% price increase this is just for Bitcoin. 2016, 135%. Last year, astronomical. We saw Bitcoin go from $1,000 a coin to, at its peak, over 20,000. 2018 going forward, who really knows? But I think with a lot of questions surrounding regulation, that could open up the door for, as I said earlier, institutional investors, family offices, and that could potentially push the price a lot higher. There's just some resources for you guys if you are interested in cryptocurrency. There's a few magazine blogs, Medium as well, but also our website. So the great thing about eToro is we are a community. You can come on board, you can learn from other people that are currently trading and get an insight into what they're thinking. We put out other content as well on YouTube and Twitch, which we do. So we have live sessions with our popular investors, people investing in cryptocurrency, so you can get an insight into what they're thinking, what their thoughts are going forward as well. So finally, just to close off this presentation, we hear a lot of talk about cryptocurrencies being a bubble. We very much don't believe that is the case. The reason for that is because cryptocurrency is an ecosystem, and bubbles don't like ecosystems. So the technology's been around for nearly a decade now. Bitcoin was formed in 2009, for those that don't know. So it's in use. People are using it. You could go to Japan, it's actual legal tender currency. There are investors. Where we are at the moment, though, is with regulators and consumers. And as I've sort of harped on about in this presentation, we are leaning more towards cryptocurrencies becoming regulated. And if so, then that's what will, in my opinion, open the doors to financial institutions, family offices, and consumers, and then people using it in their day-to-day life, going to buy coffee, food, any sort of consumables like that. Excellent. So it's been great speaking here today. So if you do have any questions regarding cryptocurrency, then please take a note of my email, send an email across to me. I'll do my best to answer. You can come and speak to me after. Myself and my colleague David are here for a short while just to answer any questions and talk to you a bit more about eToro or cryptocurrency in general. So I wish you all the best, and it's been great speaking here today.